We're continuing our broadcast segment, and remember, everything in a broadcast script has to be spelled out. So if there's a name that is difficult to pronounce, you have to spell it out because this is being read on a prompter. So you don't want to have the person who's reading it make mistakes. So I know a woman who runs a nonprofit organization, and she spells her name L-E-S-I-A. So some people might think, oh, that's pronounced Alicia. But in reality, she pronounced it Lisa. So if you're writing this on a television or radio script, you would have to phoneticize it and write it like it's pronounced. The same thing goes with abbreviations. So if you, in print, can obviously abbreviate like governor, you would not be able to do that in broadcast. You'd have to spell the entire word out. Also, think about acronyms. So FBI has to be separated, F by a hyphen, FBI on a script. If you're writing out NASA, you have to spell it out and not put any hyphens in between because that's how you pronounce NASA. So remember that with certain words that are spelled out. CIA, again, CIA. And if you're pronouncing the school's name, if you're doing a story about CSULB, you would have to go C-S-U-L-B. So there's a lot of little things that you have to think about when you're doing scripts for broadcast. The other thing are technical directions. Technical directions are very important because you got to remember you're having to give direction to a TV director. So if you're a reporter and you're writing for the anchor and you're writing a script that you're going to read, you write first, anchor on camera, and on camera is O/C. So this is telling the director, the anchor is going to read a story. So this may be the lead-in, lead to the story. And then you're tossing to the reporter who's live. So the next technical direction is live reporter. And sometimes stations will put the person's name. So in my case, it would be live Elizabeth or live your name. And then you want to take a recorded script because the reporter usually does a live shot out in the field, and then they throw to a recorded package, which is your script that you recorded in studio. So the technical direction there is take package. And within your package, that's why the director knows that's where the recorded part comes in. Within your package, though, there are other directions for you or the director or whoever's editing it. And basically, the two that you use in a package are VO, which is voiceover, so voiceover video, and SOT, sound on tape. And sometimes this can be natural sound or NAT sound, which is something you would tape, like let's say you're covering a parade, like the Rose Parade or something. You would get marching bands right away. So right at the top in your package script, you would have NAT-SOT, natural sound from the field. Then you have your story, and you have, hundreds of people showed up for today's Rose Parade, and that's a recorded version. That would be VO, so that would be voiceover, and you're looking at video of the parade. Then you say, people enjoyed the parade and they thought it was a lot different than last year because they saw so many more floats. And then the person, you have your SOT, this is your interview, sound on tape, and the person says, oh, I just love coming out to the Rose Parade every year and I really enjoyed mostly the floats. They were so extravagant than I've ever seen. And then you go back to VO, so your VO, so a script, a typical package script that a reporter would record is typically going to look like NAT-SOT, VO, SOT, VO, and then your standard out cue, which would be whoever you work for, Elizabeth Sanchez, Beach TV, something like that. So that's your standard script for a television package.